Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Eddie Marcus here, early this morning, lying in bed, and I got to burning this desire to speak out what was being spoken to me. And so I made a few notes, and I've decided to share them with you at this moment. And I want to thank you and bear with me as I read this information to you. Well, what I'm saying to you, to the American people, is that we need a better democracy. America's democracy undoubtedly has failed. And it is time that America get it right. We need a just society, justice for everyone, without having to go to the Supreme Court. It is time that we, the citizens of this country, demand that it is done righteous. We should redesign our jobs and career programs to assure that everyone have employment and that of choice. Working qualifies every worker, every family to have housing, to have food and clothing and shelter and education and health care and transportation and any access that they would for anything that is created at the hands of mankind. No more class structure, no more supremacy, no more big you and little me. America's democracy was destined. I think I want to back up a little bit. No more class structure, no more supremacy, no more big you, no more little me, and no more little us. America's democracy was designed to fail. It was designed that way from the beginning. Trump, January 6, 21, George Floyd, together with actions of the Supreme Court, robbing people of their rights and a projection of a returning to its evil beginnings, even speaking of civil or race wars. It's no clear, my friends. There's no better sign that we as Americans, we know that this democracy has failed. And now it's time that we fix it. Every American should demand that it is fixed right. No more lies, no more cheating, no more stealing, no more killing, no more hating, no more racism, no more bigotry, no more terror or war, no more poverty, no more crime and violence, no more homelessness. Now, this is speaking to each of us as individuals, and it is speaking to us as a collective. We, the people, must rise up, and we, the people, must protect one another from the evils of mankind, utilizing the God-given resources to meet a God-given design of people building the best for humanity. No more big business versus small business. No more cooperation versus the people. No more money dividing we, the people. There is no greater evidence of the failure of this democracy when at this point the root of this failure doesn't want to move. America doesn't want to change for better. All his actions are to remain the same or go to hell. Nothing heavenly, and the people are lost. So it's time that the slaves, it's time that the robbed, the victims stand up. no more bull. Right or not at all. It is time men stand up and protect the human race from any destroyer, not with a gun, but with wisdom of how to fix the problem, not in anger, but in an opportunity to be lovers to one another. Thank you. This kind of stuff stays on my mind all the time. I put myself in a position, my friends, so I know what it feels like to be without. I know what it feels like to know what you want, to have your dream. And I know what it like to see your dreams slapped. My dream is not one of those big, I guess it is selfish. My dream is that humanity, that all of you, the people, are excited about life. There's no fussing, there's no fighting, there's no argument. Women don't need men, and men don't need women, but they choose each other. And that makes it fantastic. They choose each other. The different races don't need the other races to survive. And when I say races, I'm talking about color. Color your skin, maybe the texture of your hair, something like that. Maybe where you come from. But you don't need each other to survive. But you choose to. And by choosing, it's like the problems just disappear because you're doing what you want to do. You're not doing what you're forced to do. You're not doing what there's pressure is to do. No, you are choosing to do what you want to do. And the only way I can see that done is like, look like I've read about it here and there when you start talking about utopia, stuff like that. But it just seems to me that it's the easiest way to live. The easiest way. Now, I can understand, I can see why and how we got tricked. And if you have any problem yourselves and seeing how we got tricked, all you got to do is look at the rise of Donald J. Trump and how he came out there with all this ugliness and how people were all, just waiting and just, not that they, these people felt this way. They actually felt this way. In the system, there was nothing happening that made them grow up mature to respect life any better than what they were waiting on. And the rest of the people were feeling somewhat comfortable in the way things were. Yeah, they were feeling somewhat comfortable. And there were those who weren't feeling comfortable but felt hopeless to do anything about it, just like the ones on the other side. Now, these different groups, one was thinking violence and ugliness to get over, and others were thinking doing it right, but how do you get right when the sinner doesn't want to go anywhere? And what I mean by the sinner, the status quo, doesn't want to go anyplace. And all of a sudden, it's like the top pops off, and you see America as America is. America, you know how many people are loving Donald Trump, even if they are falling away from Donald Trump because he seems to be a little loony a little bit. Still, you got the Republicans who went along with that, who for some strange reason stood with that, could not stand up and give voice against it. So you have no better by dumping Trump than you had in the beginning. There's still the mother of all of this ugliness that has risen to the top. So it is time, my friends, You got an opportunity. I'm just going to put it this way. Let's do it God's way. Now, when I say God's way, let me tell you what I mean. I mean by doing it the way that it works for everybody. I don't think a human being on earth could come up with a plan. There would be something in it that mess it up, that would work for everybody. But God, the creator of you, loves you, and has already provided the resources for you, and a means for you to exercise your gifts that you brought to the earth with you, in the process of making sure that you can get anything that you might want, that's made by the hands of you. Simple as daylights to me, but it's not going to just happen. So what I'm actually doing is I'm trying to, they say, get a person born again. Now I'm trying to see if I can say something, because I know that what I'm saying is absolutely true. I know you agree with everything I'm saying. Even the ones that want to shoot us because we're black. They know what I'm saying is right. They might feel that it can't come out of a black man's mouth because what you're taught. It stays with you for a long time. So I'm asking people to really be born again. I'm asking people to start learning how to find solutions out of wisdom and love, not out of a gun and hate. Wisdom and love, not out of a gun and hate. And just do it, because it's fantastic. It's fantastic. You don't have to worry about the haters. They want to kill you. Who cares? And you don't have to worry about the other people. Why? Because you got their best interest. They know you got their best interest. Who? That's like the Social Security check. You don't want to miss it. So when people are protecting you, looking after you, you don't know. The only ones that have to fear are those that want to use and abuse you. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to end it here. I want to thank you again. Have a blessed moment. Goodbye.